last time we got
So
attacked by
last
a
time,
balloon.
well, take another step back. We did get a job. The job was to go out to a railroad depot that we had passed through, that we know it's out there, but it had like a bunch of stuff kind of in the way, and needs like some repairs done to it so that Jed Jones and his big secret plan involving railroads can keep moving forward. Um, so we were walking along the railroad again, because that's what this campaign is. Um, and we found a secret stash full of some winter gear because the weather turned real bad. And then, yeah, yeah, did some
Got attacked
stuff.
by a vector.
Yes, we found it. We found an abandoned caravan of Crusaders vehicles. Got attacked by a vector there, and then we camped for the night. And the storm brought down one of the Ubik Aloft servers, which are like these like cell provider servers for internet that hang off a like hot air balloon, helium balloon. Um, so that was tearing through a forest directly towards your tent and drawing bunches of undead. You know, as it does, as you do. Um, so we got to fight that off and salvage some stuff from both abandoned ambulances and this downed Ubix server. Um, I know in the process, Martha cracked, right? That's she's been kind of tense ever since finding that Crusader caravan.
Yeah, she's not her. She's not doing great. Not doing great.
Yes, people finding an abandoned ambulance full of just gore, right? Like that's a stressful scenario. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think we tune back into the incidentals, and there's like the little mylar tent with like snow piled partway up the sides of it from the night. And people like start poking your heads out. I don't know who gets up first, like pokes your head
Who
out
was
first.
the biggest fan? I'm just curious. We were told it was a small tent.
No, listen, it's butts to butts to butts to butts. It's the only appropriate way to do this.
But you can't. That's the.
You make like two people and then two people and then you get like a little plus sign of butts. And it works. It just works.
Everybody sleeps in a seated
All right.
position, so you can just nestle into like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah.
We're gonna need like charts and diagrams to explain that. Let's just get everybody up, right? Like, let's just fast forward past that.
just
That
packing
Casey?
up the tents, getting up. I was gonna say I think I would have been my character Ash would have been the first one up, probably just doing a small patrol while waiting for everybody else. She doesn't sleep very well when out and about. She's learned lessons about sleeping heavily in a wooded area, so she's like, nope, slept for like 3 hours. I'm good. I'm gonna get up and do a patrol. So I
3
think you
hours
guys
is
are fine.
plenty.
So she would be up waiting on y'all.
Um, you'd probably notice that Mirtha was awake. Just like again, like back in that corner, not butts to butts with anybody, just um and just kind of holding her knees and just awake.
Did you get any sleep, Martha?
What?
Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I slept some.
Oh, sorry, my dog. Lay down. Lay down. You don't need to bark at people. You need. She will be like, well, if you ever need any help sleeping deeply, I got a couple things of localized medicine that my mother taught me how to make that maybe will help you sleep. It's all native. My mom was native. So like lavender, chamomile, dandelion, all mixed together, makes a nice soothing tea. Helps you go to sleep, especially with all the shit that we've seen.
Martha tries to give a kind smile and just nods. Thanks. I'll remember that.
She kind of looks, and she kind of rubs her hands and kind of tells us like one of those awkward moments because she's not good with small talk. And she's like, "Well, if you want to talk about anything, you can always talk to me."
I'm good, Ash. It's good.
Okay. All right. And then
Thanks.
no problem. I'm gonna go on patrol. Make sure nothing sneaks up behind us. And she'll leave the tent.
So I think as Ash like wanders around the area, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh,
Okay.
she just goes back to staring after Ash leaves. That's all.
All right. Yeah. Then as Ash, like you kind of like wander, kind of like spiraling out a little bit in the area, trying to cover some more ground. Over by where the railroad tracks are, you probably notice that there's like some of the snow on the far side where it's like it's definitely snow on like a flat surface, like something specifically flat over there. If you head over that direction and kind of like brush some of it away, there is it's been dead for a while casualty out here, that through the head has a rectangular piece of like plywood that was like nailed to like another piece of wood that was sharpened to a point that's been like driven through its head, like used as an improvised weapon. But the piece of plywood has been painted as a makeshift sign that says Skeeter's treasure and has an arrow on it.
Where are we going? Which way Ash sees that and be like, Peter's treasure.
That one,
Which way?
you're probably out here far enough where like there's just the rails. Like this isn't like an intersection or crossing. And like when they killed this casualty with it, like it's pointing into like the forest on the other side, which is clearly not where you would point a sign like that out here.
So she looks at that, thinks about it, like, I probably should have backup. And then she like goes to look for She takes that note and then she goes find Longabaugh immediately. Like, okay, I like this. And then goes to look for Longabaugh. And is Longabaugh up yet?
What's Longabaugh do in the mornings?
Longabaugh! Longabaugh!
Yeah, Longabaugh is probably like a little bit away from the tents, probably like burying trash or something like that. Some sort of like survivalist thing of like bury your refuse so that people and things don't track you like bears or whatever the Longabaugh is worried about.
Amen.
So you Longabaugh is like kind of coming back to camp. It's like, yo.
So I was on patrol, got up, went over to the tracks, found just kind of do make sure no new footprints or anything, and came across a casualty that I guess we missed. It's got a makeshift weapon in its head. It's dead, but on it, and I think this might interest you, has Skeeter's treasure and is pointing into the woods on the other side of the tracks.
What?
I know we're on a mission.
Wait, hold on. So the casualty had a sign.
A sign. Well, it has an improvised weapon.
Yeah, there was a sign that somebody pulled it out of the ground and used it to stab a casualty in the head with.
Yeah.
It says Skeeter's treasure.
Says Skeeter's treasure. That way.
Whoever the Skeeter fella is it's got a sense of humor, I guess.
I enjoy it. But
I don't know. I mean, did they kill the casualty or did you?
I found the casualty.
Okay.
It was buried in the snow. It's been dead for a minute.
Okay. Well, I mean, Deacon should be happy with that, right? Let's see if let's see if everybody wants to go take a little look-see.
Deacon is eating cold beans.
Eat cold beans, yeah, because our tiny little like can stove probably is out of fuel or whatever.
Yeah,
Well, the candle lasted for an hour and a half.
Yep, kept us alive at night. That's all we
just
need.
kind of sitting there, just eating cold beans.
Is he in or outside the tent?
Probably like right outside. Just kind of picture everybody goes in, keep all the warmth in.
I say it's a party foul to do it in the tent, right?
My God. Yeah, so we all get
Where
together.
those Blair witching it? And it's like, it doesn't seem like a good time.
Yeah, so yeah, I would follow. I was like, I think we should go. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Where are we going? Also, the worst that can happen is we could all die, and that has
that would
happened
be bad.
or that has happened or nearly happened several times from this kind of venture. What are we sticking our nose in this time?
So you actually see her be like that. She starts to say and then looks at Bertha and be like, "Nah, I'm gonna hold my tongue on this one," and be like, "Yeah, you might be right, Pastor."
I just want to say, Bertha, still in the tent. So depending on where this conversation is happening.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's at the Deacon's at the entrance of the tent.
Okay,
Can we
I
see
just
you
wanted
at the
to-
entrance, or are you? Yeah.
And this is a
Yeah.
Mylar
So that's
tent,
why
right?
I'm like, she looks.
There's a
Yeah.
Mylar tent, right? There's no audible privacy at all.
No, yeah, that's fine. I just
Okay, yeah. So if you want
she's
to
just
say
not
something, you can.
outside. So yeah.
Everyone has probably gone completely, just been driven bonkers all night because like the crinkling noise it makes constantly as the wind blows over it. So it's like, yeah, like that's
It's like white noise.
Yeah.
When I went on patrol, Deacon, I found a dead casualty with an improvised weapon. It looks like a sign. It says Skeeter's treasure that way. It points towards the woods on the other side of the tracks. And she'd be like, I say we go check it out. It could be weapons, medical supplies.
Could be a
food.
strip club.
Could be a strip club.
I mean, I'm just that's how they name them where I'm from. It's either something like Skeeter's treasure, broken promises.
You
Cooter
hear
Bay.
just the slightest of snickers. She can't help it. Like
I mean, they get real creative down around where I'm from. So I'm just saying, Skeeter's treasure could be just about anything.
Hey Ash, can I get you to roll foresight?
Broken promises is actually a real one that is in.
Oh my God!
In a town fairly close to where I'm
in. No.
9/5.
Number 5. Okay. Yeah. So that sign was like used as the weapon to kill that casualty that was out there.
So
They've been out there for a while, but like the direction that it landed was just probably the direction that somebody was trying to stab the casualty in.
Yeah,
right.
That's
like
what I was gonna ask,
it points into dense woods if you follow it literally the arrow direction. It was probably pointed one way or the other along the rail, and you haven't fit anything along the rail that would seem like Skeeter's treasure, so it would probably be pointed the direction you're still headed.
Okay, so she would be like, it's probably further down the track, so we don't have to go off into the woods. I just thought she was like, probably. Kind of went through the brain moment of, I'm being dumb because I'm cold. So
I mean, if we pass it and it looks nice, then like maybe that tends to be how we decide those kinds of things. You know, we just pass something and maybe it seems interesting enough to check out. Maybe it's interesting enough to get us killed. You know, it's coin flip.
I mean, again, in my opinion, death isn't the worst thing that can happen to us. So, what's the worst that can happen? Like, let's go check it out.
Don't say what's the worst
Bertha
could happen.
just buries her head against her knees.
I'm gonna go scout while y'all make that decision. She sees that. I'm like, God damn it, I said it. And she's like, I'm gonna go scout a little bit more. And also standing in one place is cold, and I'm cold.
Yeah, I think Deacon will turn around and be like, Martha, you walking today, or do we need to wrap you up in the tent and I can carry you on my back like a little backpack, like a baby Bjorn?
No, I'm coming.
Because if you stay down like kind of hunched like that, we could probably wrap you up with the tent.
And I would be next to useless with that. So
Choke
no.
you a good distance.
Yeah, Longbaugh's walking away. As he continues to dig this hole, Longabaugh is walking away. He's like, I'm gonna clean my rifle real quick.
Hey, look, a tree.
Yeah. Gosh, man, the bark is really great. Just start walking away.
Well, this morning, Deacon's already seen somebody try the "Hey, do you want to talk about it?" approach, and that went very poorly. So we're going the opposite direction of just give her shit until she snaps out of it. I don't know.
She'll start packing up things and double checking, triple checking stuff. I'm sorry I dropped your rifle yesterday.
Oh, I guess it. Okay. Yep, no problem. I forgot that happened. I'm gonna be honest.
Right. Yeah.
Apology accepted.
Thanks.
You gonna be all right. All
right. Yeah. I could have gotten you all killed yesterday.
How's that?
I ran.
Okay.
What if something had been in there and there's just so much blood?
I mean, I understand your concern. You know, you're running. But I mean, that happens. You ain't the first one to do it. You ain't gonna be the last one. I mean, turned out pretty well, all things considered.
Not for that guy.
We weren't even there when that happened.
I just haven't let you guys down like that before. I haven't let you down like that before.
Particularly consider myself let down, but I understand the concern. I mean, you've put arrows through 10 times that many people's heads than the one time you ran off somewhere. But so I mean, I think it all balances out if you run the math on it.
Yeah, okay.
But if it makes you feel, I can write it down like on your tab. I'll put that in the failure column, and then we can tally that up when we get back to camp. If that's what you need, a little punishment involved. But
I didn't take you for a punishment sort of preacher.
I'm not, but depends on who you talk to.
I'll try to shake it off, or I will
Take your
shake it
time.
off.
I mean, if you try to just push it down and ignore it, then you'll end up like the rest of us and just all, 1,000-yard stare and whatever you call it. But take some time, think about it. We got time. We're just walking right now. So
Thanks, Deacon.
I'm glad that helped. Seems better.
It, you're really the only one that talks or knows how to kind of
That's bad.
Longabaugh sort of made it worse, and then
Okay.
Ash made it really awkward, and
that's not what I'm doing.
no, you're more like a comfort. I think it comes just because
It's the
maybe
time.
it's your tie
It's
and the
the-
accent. I think is
Okay.
really, I'm really, and the no, it's just easier to talk to you.
That's nice. That's good. That's good to hear. That's good to know. That means I'm good at my job, I guess. Purposefully or not. I think the accent does it. People tell me it really, they kind of drop their guard a little bit. It's unassuming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking
People
of
just kind of
like,
assume you're dumb and don't know what you're talking about when you talk like this. So it helps.
I would never think that about you or your ilk.
Well, you use the word ilk, so.
Sorry.
And that's Deacon laughing too. He's just he's like, this is.
Remember when I said it wasn't awkward?
I think it's humanizing when it's awkward.
She just gives him a hug.
All right, now. Let's get
I'll
packed
finish-
up and get to walking. Unless offer still stands about the tent thing. I think it'd work.
You just want to see if you can carry
know I
this
can.
and the server stuff and me.
I know I can. It's just you way less than the server.
Fair.
Eat you a can of beans. Just kind of walks on.
Cool.
Yeah, Martha will finish packing up and then like eat a granola bar.
It'd be funny if you're like, here, I got you this. And it's like another cold can of beans just out of the pack. Like all of us have been eating.
All the beans.
Look, it's what they had at the market in Elevation before you left, so it's what you got.
Mhm.
Black beans. 600 cans.
Yeah.
3 bounty.
Yep.
Cool.
So she'll finish packing up and
All right.
go.
Then we can fade to black as Mirtha turns around to start packing and stuff. Come back up, start another leg. Huh? Good times.
Ration
All right.
time.
Yeah. Spend your rations as we enter leg
Are we
number
skipping?
4.
I know we waited to decide. Did we decide to skip one or not?
No.
We-
Let's do it.
No.
Did not decide to skip one. We just
We'll
guess
just
what's
skip
not
on
working
a-
again.
Just skip
Having
on
trouble
the way
with it,
back.
Keeper.
Just kidding.
Yeah. See, that's
Can't do
how
it.
you avoid running into them on the way back.
Mike, could you duplicate Mirtha's page and
I can try.
What are you trying to do on her page that doesn't work?
absolutely nothing? Just going to her page doesn't work.
Weird.
Okay.
What is- 'Cause- 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 It works for me. Like I can go look at it and stuff.
It worked for me last week too. So I don't know. I updated again today, so maybe that.
Well, today's an odd number, so clearly that's
Slightly more than half of them are.
yes. It's an odd numbered Thursday, therefore it's not going to operate properly.
St. Patrick's Day.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
Server is drunk. That's
Server is drunk. That's it.
I'll figure it out. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, cool. All right, then. Yeah, we step out. We go ahead. We start into another leg. We all spend a ration. I will say that some of the entries off the random leg chart in the book really intricate. This one, not so much. You get partway down the way. You continued onward. I think you reach a point where there's a bend and you kind of slow down because there's another one of those signs that says Skeeter's Treasure and has an arrow that points along the railroad. And that's when you hear casualties on both sides of the rails in the woods that have heard footsteps. Something has been trudging through snow, making that like crunchy squish noise as you're like packing it down under your feet. And they are starting to come from the woods to try to see what's going on out here. So yeah, well, there are 4 from each side. On the left side, they will be here in 5 shambles, and on the right side, they will be here in 10 shambles.
Oh,
So
easy mode.
is
Yes.
Skeet's treasure just a horde of casualties? A herd?
Find
This
out.
is a stampede. Is a stampede? Is that what we're discovering here?
No, that's what they were talking about at the school back in Elevation. That was something different. They said that was coming
Okay.
from Texas. Don't worry.
Did either of you look up what that may have been? Like, is it like Deacon was saying?
Which
I mean, I just
House of
found
ill
it.
repute.
I mean, you guys can look on Ubik, great.
Well, right now I'm shooting stuff. Mike, I'm shooting things.
what were you talking about? Like them looking up?
Skeeter's
Like looking at
treasure.
Skeeter's treasure.
Oh, Skeeter's Treasure.
See if it's a business or a.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe somebody else is like, hey, don't follow these signs.
You know,
This is bad-
Skeeter's
this is bad
treasure
news.
could also be a hole in the wall dive bar on the side of the highway for bikers.
This
I'm
feels an
about
awful
to-
like, you know how when you're on those long road trips and they're like, Robinson's, beef jerky, 10 miles.
Take
Robinson's
exit
beef jerky,
17, turn left. Yeah, that's
9 miles. And then they're telling you about the stuff that's there. And then there's all the little signs,
And
It's
then there's
this is what it
like
feels
you just missed us. Turn around at the next exit. Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly the vibe I wanted to hit.
That's
This is
That
so
is-
much this.
That is so much Wyoming.
Yes.
So much of Wyoming.
That's so
Main
much
thoroughfare.
Wyoming right there.
Mhm.
Yes. You
Yep,
just missed
that is
this.
Wyoming right there.
That's the best sign.
Mhm.
That's the sign that makes you turn around. You're like, you know what?
Damn right.
You've committed to the bit, and now I'm laughing. And now why am I taking this exit? I guess I want overpriced beef jerky. Here we go. And
You
then-
just missed us at Mile High Pies.
Yeah.
Turn around now. Yeah.
That's like when you get near like the western edge of New York and you get close to like the Seneca reservation and be like cheapest tobacco in the region or whatever.
Yes.
They have those like
Yeah.
all over
We
the
got
place.
that
And I'm just
all down I-90 all the way down. That is like
Mhm.
I've stopped there. It's actually a pretty cool place.
It's good.
Cheap diesel too. Like, even before the price hike, cheap diesel.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so we've got hordes, well, some of the living dead shambling out of the woods towards our direction, hung up in the snow, being dragged down. That's why they're probably close enough to see them, but like they're right, like knee-high snow, like they're not built for that.
They're not going super fast right now.
Yeah. One of them probably is like just like arm like frozen into a position. Like
Real quick, I forget. Is rifle 1 or 2 charges when you fire without the extended clip?
If it
It
has
would have
hungry on
hungry.
it, if it has hungry on it, then it does take 2.
If it's like the ones that we have,
Regular rifle is not hungry,
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, no.
but like the pistol is hungry.
that's
Shotgun.
right.
maybe-
Bridget's pistol was hungry. I was trying to remember, like, which one did I buy hungry off of? It was Bridget's
Right.
pistol. Okay.
I hit.
Are we still dealing with
Okay.
like the snow and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like
we
it's
have-
not
we
it's
have-
not so much like actively snowing at this point, but it is real cold. Like that snow is just like dry and blowing around now.
I don't know what Chrome. What's wrong with Chrome? Mozilla Firefox is fine.
might be a cache thing. You might have to clear your cache
I'll figure it out.
every so often.
Sorry.
I say sponsorship revoked. It's
Yes.
like-
That's right. I deal with browser problems all day. That's like half my job is troubleshooting browser problems.
oh, don't start that.
I'm going to shoot one as well.
Okay. Which side did you each shoot on?
the closest side, whichever one's closest.
Left.
Side?
Yeah, the left.
Yeah.
I got a. What is my bonus? 12 over 6.
Okay, that is enough to end one of them. Ash.
I'm gonna shoot on the right side or the other side where there's like 10 of them over there.
There's still 4 of them over there, but they're farther away.
4 and 4. The immediate threat is on the left. They're the ones that are closer.
How many shambles is the right away from?
There are 9 more shambles on the right. There are 4 more shambles on the left, but there's only 2 casualties on
Okay,
the left
then
side.
never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna do the left side.
Okay,
10 over 1.
cool. There is only 1 left on the left side. What's
fire an
Martha
arrow.
doing?
I'll fire
Okay.
at it. I miss actually. Was it? I actually I tied 5 and 5.
Wow.
5. Okay.
Just a normal failure, or well, yeah.
Yep. Dice go to the market.
Oh,
Regular. Cool. Yeah. So there is still 1 left on the left-hand side. Do we just want to go around the circle? Just around the overlay
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll shoot it. I'll shoot at it. Okay, that is a fail. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, that's gonna be a fail. Let me just double check it to make sure that it is. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
never mind. I don't kill it.
10 over 9.
Nice.
Just scrape by.
Nice.
We get to the extra tense music is like the bow shot misses it, and then Longbaugh's like on it, misses it. It's like
Yes.
it's getting closer. It's another shamble closer. And like Deacon, and just take it down.
I guess I'll see that and be like, cool, and then move over
Cool.
very methodically over to the right and fire.
Do it.
That's normal. Apparently, we're all failing today. I'm gonna blame the cold. It's very, very cold. 4
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, you can't even
After the
feel our fingers.
modifier.
You know, frostbite's about to set in.
Yeah.
We're-
So it's a regular failure.
I also failed on my next shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're starting to get a little closer on that side. That's
Uh-oh.
and they're
You
all
hear
still
like
up
Martha.
there.
You hear Martha like thwacking her fingers against her thigh, like because that's like her shooting hand.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, it's hurting.
Yeah.
Longbow.
I will shoot again.
Mike was like, "This is an easy one. It's a boring one." And
Yeah, I got it. Well, we're spending resources. ticking these bullets down. I killed one.
Okay. Deacon.
I tied after modifier, so I missed. I fired and I
Okay.
missed.
We got 3 more continuing
boy.
forward here. What's up with
I
I
am
am
Ash?
going to die.
They're
How
what,
many
like
shambles
7
are there?
shambles away now. Like,
Oh, there's still 7 shambles out.
yeah, like we're fine.
But I gotta try to make it feel dangerous. Okay,
What,
good.
you missed
All right,
again?
that's
I
nice.
missed again.
Dude.
It's
We're
good
gonna
we're
show
doing
up-
this now. You know,
Yeah,
like
we're
Yeah.
gonna show up to this gig and we're not gonna have any stuff. We're gonna be
Oh
like,
my
I'm
god,
out of
I'm
all
eating through
all
my
resources.
rifle so quick.
How about Mirtha?
I rolled 2 7s.
Oh,
Dude,
This is the jet engine. This is a jet plane all over again.
well,
Well,
But-
they're a little
So-
further away.
yeah, they're yeah. You accidentally fall 10 shambles to the right and into them. No,
you just slide all the way. Oh, man.
um. What's an appropriate critical fail thing to happen here, right? Because like, oh, I'm gonna break your bow again, like every other session, right? That feels played out, but also like they are far away, so you're not in a spot where it's like, oh, you fall into them, right?
Are we elevated?
You're on the railroad tracks and it's kind of like mounded up with like gravel and stuff like that, so it's a little elevated above like
She
the
could
level that they're coming up for.
fall, like
Slip.
bonk her head or something. I mean, like it's
Okay.
slippery, I assume. So
Sprained
Well, yeah, I
ankle,
mean,
1
it is
stun damage.
hit your head as you fall, concussion time.
Yeah, maybe you do end up like slipping off the edge of like that raised berm type thing. I don't know if berm's the right word or not, but like it's the raised piled up thing and sliding down, and then there is a there's like one of the like the posts with like the lights that used to light up for like, hey, slow the train down during this stretch because you're going to come near something like that, and like you end up like slamming into that.
Okay.
So I have done it, right? Yeah, somewhere. Oh, you apparently end up hitting it pretty hard for a 7 stun in location 5.
My right arm. That would make sense.
can the armor?
I have carpet armor. It wouldn't.
Oh.
Yeah. So you guys hear like the hit, like she slides down. You guys hear that the hit of like her against metal, a groan, and then all the snow falling off of like the sign.
Yes.
The whole like
Onto
assembly
her.
with lights just like clang. Like
She could just gives like a ooh.
Longabaugh like looks back. It's like, what's going on back there? It was
You just see this.
there's Mirtha down there on like laying in like a weird angle with her arm. The snow is like probably all over her, and there's like probably like a little puff of like down from like a tear in the jacket in the air.
yes. You all right back there? Is everything okay?
No.
All right.
Ow.
Yeah. Let me come check you over.
Oh, see, and I have something else I could do for like a crit fail.
Do it next time.
No, I got it.
Or add
You know,
to it now.
I'll just take an extra tick off of their shamble clock, right? Like that's not that puts them close enough to be like super dangerous, but still, they're moving in. Longabaugh.
I'm gonna go. If she said she's not okay, I'm gonna go check her over and start the first aid process.
Okay. Yeah, you pulling like scramble down the side of this thing to get to where Mirtha's at and kind of help pull her back to the side so she's not in like some weird like stress position against a post. concrete.
Yeah, trying real hard not to like
Concrete
dislocate
anchor
the
for it.
shoulder or
Yeah.
something, like when you're in that weird angle and somebody tries to help you, that's like when you then get further injured because they don't know how to help you properly, right? So it's probably like digging snow away, like, can you move yourself or do you need me to lift you? All right, here's all that stuff.
No, I can. She's like just pulling, like holding her arm real close. If you could just help me up.
Like, I feel like this is like you helping her move, and then like next action would be like, I can start trying to
That's fair.
pull the jacket off and like check if there's like, anything bleeding, like is anything like dislocated, like cool. So Deacon.
9 over 8.
All right, that will take one out.
Deacon is like on the edge every time.
Barely.
Look, I was watching Drive to Survive, and those guys live on the edge. And Deacon.
Ash.
12 over 1. Finally.
Okay. All right. There is one more over there. Mirtha, you are being pulled over to the side with where Longbaugh's at. Longabaugh, you are starting to take a look at her. I think if we go through Deacon and Ash here, we're probably going to round up whatever else is like slowly moving in towards you, and then we can deal with the first aid stuff after that.
Not me.
Good.
9 over 5.
There we go.
All right,
I was like,
there we
ain't
go.
gonna be me.
Ash takes a shot, and we see like a bunch of bark like just to the side of where it's at go flying, and then Deacon like manages to catch it, and like it goes down. And then we kind of like turn the camera around, and we get like Longabaugh here trying to like check Mirtha's shoulder and stuff like that.
Yep.
She's trying to like slump out of her coat.
Yep.
Without moving it too much.
Yeah, and I'm gonna check it over and see if I can help it.
Cool. Immediately, one of the few times I was able to identify is first aid. So
Ooh, yes.
Yay.
I'm gonna spend a charge.
Okay.
On the first
Yeah.
aid kit.
Cool.
Because the one charge makes it easier by 1. Is that right?
Yeah, one.
You get +1 to your die.
When you spend the charges, you're more likely to succeed. The amount that you heal is still based on your black die.
Cool. All right, here we go. Okay. I succeed, but I
Okay.
only give Mirtha 1. Because
That's fair.
it ends up being a 4 over 3. So I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Just
You heal for the difference between the dice?
No, you
No.
heal.
It's the skill.
So
Gotcha.
on the black die, I rolled a 1, but I got
Oh,
2 skill, and I spent a charge from the thing, which got me a total of 4. But it doesn't matter because I only put 1 actually on the die.
Yeah.
That's
Tough. I dislike this.
Yes. Yeah. So it's not broken, but it's like there's some kind of like a sprain or something going on here. Like it's uncomfortable and bad. You will survive. It's just a question of like time, and like that's my bow arm, right? Like that's
yeah.
doing all the work.
We're just gonna
Cool.
stress that out real good here in a
Yeah.
bit.
All right.
You just gotta pull with your back. Just less arm, more back, right?
That's good. That's how you're supposed to lift too. So that's
Yeah.
fine. It's using the same muscles.
Yeah.
Yes. So there are 2 packs of casualties here. Do we want like Ash and Deacon to scavenge while we're dealing with Mirtha's shoulder here?
Do that.
Is that fair?
Sounds
I
good
don't
to
have
me.
scavenge yet because
Oh,
mistakes were
okay.
made. Mistakes were made when I made this character. I thought I was gonna do something with this character, and after that, I was like, that doesn't fit her anymore. And now I'm like, ah.
11 over 8.
All right. Okay. You find 4 bounty on 1 pack, one side of the casualties.
I guess Martha's like, I'll figure this out. Go help Deacon.
Right. Yeah. And he like leaves the first aid kit with you. That is a 10 over 8. But
Uh,
4 on the die.
Okay, yeah, I mean 4 is the maximum, so we get 4 and 4. So plus 8 bounty. Casualties. Okay, cool. Notes taken. Mission accomplished. Leg 4.
We did
complete.
it.
Do we want to scavenge for maybe ammo this time?
I was about to say, yeah, maybe we do an ammo look.
Because I know I've got like 2
Okay.
on my rifle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna spend a charge, Mike, to really make this one work.
Off the Ubix.
Yeah, off the Ubix to boost
Cool.
the scavenge look, and I'll be hunting for ammo. Awesome. That is a 10 over 3.
Cool. Yeah. If we want to recharge Deacon's rifle, we can do that.
Yeah. Is anybody else less than 2 bullets for their stuff? Okay. Yeah.
We're out here. There's a little bit of time to like scrape the frost out and like kind of. Hey, maybe if we like oil this part of it a little bit, that'll help. Yeah, right. Like
One of these casualties was a hunter. Just so happened to have
carrying an entire box of shells for.
I mean, if you're going hunting like that, sometimes you do.
Yeah.
You just have the box. Especially if you're gonna be sitting in a deer stand.
He has like a over the shoulder strap woodland camo fanny pack, and inside
Just
Nice.
rifle
Box
ammo. Yeah.
just straight rifle ammo and a little bit of dip, like not enough. but
You're
a
just
little bit.
describing the inside of my dad's hunting vest.
I'm just
like,
saying. But
It's
now,
literally
But
like there's a pocket on the front of the vest
yep.
that has like 20 to 30 rounds of ammunition
Yep.
and a thing of dip. That's
Yep,
exactly
that
what's
is
in there.
exactly what it is. But this fanny pack is a tactical fanny pack. There are pockets with dividers, right?
Oh yeah,
You know.
gotta stay organized.
Oh, he's one of those. He's one of those. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
This dude was one of those.
Yeah, and like one of the flaps folds out where you can fit a map, right, or something. I don't know. That's just.
It has the the on the inside of the flap. If you like open the top backwards, it has like a clear plastic sheet, so you could put the map underneath and it won't get wet.
See,
Right?
oh, yeah,
Like that's
so that is so tactical.
That's so tack.
It's like, and according to chat, I think we just found Rinaldus's casualty. That's like,
Yes.
Oh no. Got it.
Yeah.
it.
So
Look, I know tactical, man. I'm in. I got some of that stuff myself.
Dude, I loved going like if you go to like the Smoky Mountain Knife Works, which is like right by Gallenberg and stuff. They have all the knife stuff, right? That's great. And they got the dude from Full Metal Jacket who's got to sell his one kind of knife.
Oh yeah.
This is like brand. But then they got the gun section. And it's nothing but these like home video looking adverts of like overweight middle-aged dudes doing tactical rolls out of like beat up 97 Corollas with like an
Yes.
SMG. And I'm
Yes.
like, this is the fantasy. Like
Yeah.
everything clicked then. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I get it now.
Dude,
This
Dude.
is the fantasy. This is what they think they're doing.
you dude, look, you want to take that up a notch. Try airsoft.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
I didn't know you were allowed to do airsoft after you were like 11.
You are.
Oh,
And
no.
when you do, whew.
Bad
Sorry,
news.
I'll stop.
There's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with going with your homies and
Dude.
playing airsoft in the
That's
woods.
true.
There's nothing
There's
wrong
No
other
way,
with
fun.
man. Yeah,
It's
look,
fun.
down in Texas, we had a game where a buddy of a buddy of a buddy showed up with a MiG, like a plane, and flew that shit over our cornfield while we were playing airsoft. She was cash. It was amazing.
I cannot.
I'll stop.
it's just
I always just got ate up by red bugs when I tried to do airsoft. That was
I'm
like
sure,
the birthday
I'm sure
party
he's
thing.
got fucked up by bugs.
I still have scars on my ankles from just tens of red bug bites they just don't go away until you take that pine sol bath. So it's bad.
All right. Sorry, Mike. Just had to.
I did derail.
Okay, that's yeah. I think we get like the end of this leg, like the scene starts to fade. We get like everybody's walking down the rails from behind, and we see like the sign that you just passed that says, Skeeter's treasure. That's an arrow pointing that way. Right.
Still there.
Have we found the treasure, or does that imply that we have not yet reached Skeeter's treasure?
Who knows, man? We got one more leg to go.
Yes, let's go.
Only one way to find out.
Let's go. Was this
All right. Yes, leg 5. Spend our rations. Time has passed an unspecified amount because I don't know how to judge the distance between elevation and where you're headed. It was 5 legs. They could be anything. Could be miles, could be days, could be a couple days. Time has passed. We begin leg 5. We're here, we're walking down the rails. We're still trudging through the snow because no trains use these rail lines anymore, so they're just buried. You're just trudging through it all the whole way. Makes the trip horrible. But you reach another point where there's another one of those, like, there's the rail, and then there's like the road that's mounted up so that like it can cross the rail. And you're like coming up by this point, I'm kind of like scooping around. It's like, all right, like meek assholes ready to jump out here like usual, or like what the fuck's going on? And you do catch sight, not on the rail line, but on the road. A sign says Skeeter's treasure this way, and it has like an arrow that like goes up and then points right.
I love Skeeter.
Another
All
little
right.
sign underneath that's crooked that says "You're almost here, y'all."
Yes. Skeeter's a homie. He's all right. Yeah, Longbaugh's interested. He's like, I
What's
don't know.
the
guys.
difference between y'all and all y'alls?
One of those is possessive. I can tell you that.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. I don't speak Texan.
It goes beyond Texas, all right.
Oh, but that's country.
I don't know.
I mean, there's like y'all, and then there's all y'all. You know, it's more.
Like you, it's
It's
like
more.
was
That's,
it
that's the
yours,
difference.
yours,
Is it's more.
yours? Yeah.
And they
There's-
just kind of like just
It's more.
smirks over at Longabaugh.
It's more.
Yeah.
That's the difference. It's more.
Okay, that's fair.
Like if I were to say like y'all don't understand, that's different. But if I said all y'all don't understand, I'm referring to a large group of people. Like in Mirtha's case, rich people that never went outside for the first 20 years of their life.
Oh, so it's what you use when you generalize. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, kind of. It can be. Yeah, it can be a generalization.
Ow.
This is the conversation we had as Longabaugh just starts walking us towards the right. Like he
Yeah.
just starts walking up towards the hill,
trying to keep
towards Skeets.
keep us from not noticing that we're approaching Skeeter's treasure.
Yeah. Longabaugh just continue the conversation and just veering towards the right, going up the berm towards the road.
It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, we knew this was going to happen.
I think Mirtha's trying to like quietly defend herself. Like I went out and lived in New York City and everything was fine.
That's not outside. That's just inside.
Central
with
Park
extra
is
steps.
outside.
Inside with extra
Central
steps.
Park is not. That's not the same. Like this is the first time in a while y'all hear Ash actually talking. Like Central Park's not the same.
That's just a block where the nature that got trapped. Like,
there's like, isn't there a lake or something there? There's like a pond.
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
it was outside. It was...
Oh shit,
He's
y'all were
like-
up on the road. Damn,
What?
how'd that happen? I think we gotta go this way.
All right,
Okay,
where's
it's up
Skeeter?
over here.
Like Ash is like, you're not slick Longabaugh. We're all going along with the plan.
Right, yeah, right, right. You know, I just, we hadn't talked about it.
Yeah, so like the road goes up, and then there's like another arrow that like points you out to like another turn off it that like kind of like winds out. You can kind of see where the road's at. It was like a pretty small road, and it's under the snow, and it's like the sides. There's still like overgrown grass shooting up through like the snow on the sides and stuff. And eventually, you come upon a spot where um, there's a low wall. There's an entrance for like cars to go in and out with like a little booth. And you can see that there's a big sign there that used to have like it was the white plastic with the lights behind it so you could put the letters on it. It had like most of it's been like shot at and like smashed and stuff like that. So you can see it used to say like Twilight Drive-In. And instead over the top of it, it has spray painted Skeeters.
My God.
What if
Is this a drive-in?
Yeah.
What if Skeeter's treasure is like Victoria's Secret?
Well, I don't.
There was this place.
What?
Or like Adam and Eve's.
Huh.
You know,
What
the
is it?
famous
what does that have
religious
to-
store.
Yeah, like what does the Bible have? What does Adam and Eve got to do with it?
Pastor, you start. I know where you're from. You know what Adam and Eve is. You know what truck drivers used to stop at.
I don't.
Oh, you mean like the X Mart
Yeah, the X Market, the Triple X
the-
Market.
or the
Oh.
Lions
Oh.
Den?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
I'm just naming actual places that are not too far from where I currently am.
Yeah, I know. I'm agreeing with you. This is
All right,
the
well,
last
there's one
case
right
I
across
agree with you.
It's like look where the college campus that I work on is. There are many sketchy things within but a block, and the X Mart is one of them. It is not in the good part of town. That campus, it is not.
Oh my God. That's good. Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then this should be a short trip.
No, there won't be anything left in there if it's something like that.
So what is here then? Like,
If you come and you like, kind of cross the threshold here where the booth was to like take admission money and stuff, you can see that everything's kind of still covered in snow. There are a bunch of like askew abandoned vehicles scattered around the parking lot here. There are obvious gaps in it. And you can see the far side is like it's been blasted out of the hillside, and that's where they put the screen.
Yes.
So the screen has a backdrop behind it of like what was left of this huge mound that they kind of blasted part of it out to put the screen into. In red paint on the screen, you can see letters spelling out the words "You win, come and get it." And in the middle of the screen, underneath one of the struts that like hangs out over the top of it, you can see a person hanging from a rope.
I'm gonna look around 360 real quick.
Right.
Look, we were feeling too cozy on the way up, so now Longabaugh is high red alert. Red alert.
Give me an awareness check.
Yeah. Awareness. Okay, that's a number. Awesome. That is a 6/3.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that like it looks like the cars that are here, right between you and like where the screen's at, where like it would have been like rows and rows of cars. There are rows and rows worth of cars, but they are kind of like bunched up in some sections. Like there's a gap and like they're all kind of away, and then there's a gap and they're all kind of away. So it's kind of like there's still some parts where like it's pretty following a pattern, but there are some parts where it's real irregular. Like there's a void and like all the cars are kind of away from it.
Kind of pushed away.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll just be like, look, guys, Remember when we found all those cars were abandoned on the bridge, and there was like some mines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a real big bridge vibe off this place.
You think the
Is-
treasure is death?
I think so, because look how those cars are pushed away from each other. Looks like maybe a mine or something shoved them. Maybe not, but that's what it kind of looks like to me.
So I know I mentioned it earlier, and I get it if you don't want to, but maybe Ubik will know something before we go jumping through a minefield again.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
See somebody put a pin. I don't know.
Ash, do you want to look it up or do you want me to?
I mean, let's see. Let me look at my research.
Martha, do you still have the binoculars?
I do. I did. I was gonna look
curious.
around. I was gonna look around, but I know that Longabaugh just did an awareness check.
I have one in research, so I can look it up.
Yeah, I would look around too, Mike. Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of like pan around and like you don't, you know, like you're not used to like looking for like, oh, that's the pattern an explosive would leave or anything like that. But as you like pan around and like you do like kind of scan over the screen, like because you're a long ways from the screen, but with binoculars you get a much closer view of it, obviously, because it's what binoculars do. But you can see that the screen, there are bounty cards on it, like all over the damn thing. Like somebody took a staple gun and just like fastened them up onto the screen.
Oh, that. Uh-oh. I think just what Martha says. Oh, no.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
use
Longbow's like checking like behind. What do you mean? What's going on?
Martha hands the binoculars to Longabaugh.
I'm gonna use 2 charges real quick on the Ubik tablet. So
Okay.
It's just
up my
she hands them over and she's like, look at the screen. And then stay still.
7/3 on my research.
Okay.
What, David?
I think you do find other people who had posted before about seeing the signs, like, because it's probably like threads that were like, hey, what's this damn thing? Like somebody else who had been out here before, and like other people chiming in about like, it's a thing, it's not a thing, it's, you know, like internet comments exploded.
Right.
And then there's like them, and then like they respond to some of them, and then there's a point where like there's like no more responses from the original poster after like well, I mean, I'm here, I might as well check it out, and then like their posts stop.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Hey!
Oh shit.
You hear her put the tablet back in her thing and then rifle up. And it's like, that's not. There was an original poster said that they got here, and then after that, there's nothing. No more posts. That's what I found.
I think
Yes.
it's a very complicated puzzle.
It's a honeypot.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of bounty on that screen.
Yeah, Longbow looking through the binoculars, and Martha, like, you know, not that anybody's like sitting there. 1, 2, there's about 24 bounties tacked up on that screen.
Wow.
How do we? So how? Do we just leave?
Well,
Because this is obviously a trap. We know it's
Yeah.
a trap. We're now discussing the fact that it's a trap.
so if it's an active trap, then there's somebody like dropping mortars or something on this spot. Mike, are there explosive markers or scorch marks like near us or like just outside at all? Like, are we seeing any signs that there's explosions happening outside of the kill zone?
Through
Because
the night, through the native snow.
Oh, that's a good point. Damn. All right, never mind. I can't see nothing.
Can I
Never
roll?
mind. I'll just stop.
Can I roll foresight to see if I can like, figure it out, or see if can I use my extensive roach knowledge and see if I can suss out with foresight how to trigger the trap without getting us killed?
If it is a trap.
If it is a trap.
You will not confirm or deny that it is a trap until you said Bentu said trap.
Yeah, who knows if it's a trap or not until we find out the outcome of the roll, right? Like, get all bladesy on it.
I was gonna say, what are we doing? Playing blades?
Yeah, no, let's see. Who knows?
Show me potato salad. Sweet. 9/5.
Okay.
Red.
Yeah, you've definitely kind of like Longabaugh said, like you've run into something else that is in the past when you were like one of the other previous groups that you survived out of, was in a situation where there was like a mined area, and like this is very much looking like landmines. Like the cars are shoved out of the way from in a radius from a certain point, and like violently so, sometimes on an angle kind of deal. If so, they're on the ground.
Okay. Is there a clear path around, like if we go up and around into the screen? Because the screen's dug out against the hill, right?
Yeah. You would have to go around and then like rappel down it from the top.
Repel.
Okay, so Ash is like, it definitely looks like landmines are there. I've ran across this before up in Colorado when I was making my way down this way. We probably don't want to go up the middle. We probably don't want to go towards the screen, but we could probably go around. And if we want to collect that, we can use. I mean, he's not using it anymore. We can use that rope to rappel down and collect the bounty that way.
I'm not
Ew.
go down a dead man's rope, because at the end of that rope is a dead man, right? And then it's not. He's not even. He's like halfway up. He's still halfway up in the air, right, Mike? He's like
But
not.
Yeah, he's like dangling in the middle of the big ass screen that's up there.
Okay.
Yeah, but we can. Like I'm saying, we can go to the top of that hill, pull the rope up, bury him, and then use that rope to go down.
Okay.
Where do these people get all these landmines from? Just randomly here at like a drive-through and randomly in Colorado. I kind of get it in St. Louis, because
National Guard.
Right.
National Guard.
They'll fuck you up.
Oh, Martha, like where I was at. She's like where I was at. I wasn't that far away from like 4 military bases. It's not a thing, especially in the collapse, for people to raid a military base or the military themselves to use it. It's not that hard anymore to get them.
Alternate path, because we got all this snow. What if we built like a sled? Because these mines are for like footfalls, like a hard, like you stand on it and then it goes off. But if you spread your weight out across like a big piece of cardboard and then just make your way across.
if we
There's a lot of little like between the cars kind of scenarios there. Yeah, that's
good.
If you got them like tennis rackets on your shoes or something.
Well, like when you were a kid, didn't you go sledding on like a, get yourself a piece of cardboard and go sledding down the little hill, and you just get one of those and you just do this kind of like swimming thing.
The once every decade that it did snow, there was about this much. So no, I didn't do any of that.
Oh, okay.
I did that down like a grass hill, like I didn't, but that's.
All right, so
sleds are available in Veblen Goods. Buy the book.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ronaldo's. This leg brought to you by
also in print on the shelf behind me. But let's see.
Thanks, Martha. I've heard Longbaugh's idea. That seems plausible. She says with a question mark looking face.
What if we didn't all have to go?
The
one set of feet. 1 set of feet is better than 4 walking through a minefield.
Again, I mean, yeah, that works, but legitimately just go around.
Yeah.
And how are we going to get to the screen?
Either way, we got to be careful, right? I mean, just assume that all these paths are mine.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
But either way, yeah, going around, going through. I like your idea, Martha. Just one asterisk is valid.
Yeah.
I think you're
Just
still.
so
So
heavy
Martha starts taking off her pack.
No.
What do you do? No.
No. Nope.
I'm the
Back to
smallest of
Earth,
us.
space cadet. Back to
no.
Earth.
I have the least risk of being blind enough.
Anti-personnel mines, which is probably what's out there. They don't care if you're 50 pounds or 350 pounds. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're all of us ready to equal risk here, so that's not you being small doesn't factor in here.
What if we just took a bunch of big rocks and just kind of threw them?
I mean,
Casualties, sure.
we've handled that before. Ish.
Yeah, this isn't even the job site though yet, right? We still have, we've spent a lot to get to here.
Is it worth it?
It's 24 bounty. That's what's our job worth right now?
That's like quarter.
69.
Like a quarter.
It's a quarter, but
a little more.
It's a good
Third.
payday.
Technically, it's 22 up there.
Oh, okay.
Rough numbers.
Still, I
I
mean,
mean, it's good. You're right. It's good. But is it better than somebody needing to find a new leg? Is it worth an arm and a leg?
well, let's look in the book. How much are prosthetic legs these days?
Vibling good. How much?
Yeah. Base book has prosthetic legs.
That's true. That's true.
We can. I'm sorry, Ash, that I'm gonna say this. We sort of did this kind of once before, where we thought it was gonna be easy-ish when casualties came around.
Done that a lot more than once before.
You know what I mean.
I know which one you're talking about, though. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, that does a lot. How about, okay.
Where'd you die?
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
You're talking about, she's like, you're talking about how Richard died?
Yeah.
One of several situations, yeah. Or when, who was it? Longabaugh, did you fall into the train car filled with casualties, or was that?
Yeah.
No,
that was,
Yeah, I fell in before they woke up, and as they were waking up, I climbed out.
Yeah, I mean, I can't count on two hands anymore how many times we've just rolled up somewhere off the beaten path and almost died. You know what I'm saying?
so could we not rush right into this and maybe do a bit more scouting around the area? Make one last determination? I mean, we don't need to run across the minefield right now.
Scout a
What
path.
if we scavenge the mines? What if we rolled scavenge to pick up all the mines?
That's some Fallout shit right there, dude.
It is. It is. That's absolutely what you crouch down and you just walk.
Sneak up.
You just pick them all up.
Yep. Hope your character doesn't fail while it's beeping at you. because it gives you a beep.
It gives you like, you got like 3 or 4 beeps before it explodes. And you can defuse and pick it up in that amount of time.
Yeah. Oh man.
Because apparently they just have an off switch on the top, according to Fallout. You can just off and then put it in your pocket.
Look, let's scout. I like that. Let's see if maybe going up the side is viable, right? Ash, and check and see if we can go around. Look for mines over there.
We might
And
be
if
able to
it's-
spot casualties.
Yep. Well, I think Martha, you've got those binoculars. You're gonna be real good at spotting stuff.
Yeah.
So how about you're on the scout team? And I'll go with you.
Okay.
And if something happens, Ash Deacon, tell everybody that we were real nice. And Longbaugh's gonna start walking to the left.
She's gonna just go with him.
So
We'll be,
how about
we'll
we
be
take a
careful.
break?
Cool.
Okay. God damn.
We'll take a break. We'll refill our drinks, and then we'll see what happens when we start to scout around Skeeter's
We'll die.
theater.
Mm-hmm.
Here amongst the abandoned cars and the, dead things hanging in front of the screen and the bounty stapled up everywhere. So yeah, we'll be back in 10-ish.
Waste not, want not. Here we go.
Yeah, all right. Back
Here
in a
we
few
go.
minutes. Doink. Hi everybody. So yeah, freak snowstorm days in Oklahoma. We've probably crossed into Kansas at this point. Hanging out here at what used to be a drive-in theater and now is Skeeter's. Skeeter's Palace of Treasures. If
Is
you
that-
survive, should you survive to get them.
Is that Skeeter hanging up there? Do they have a name tag?
Hey man, get up there and find out.
We're gonna pull the bounty card off of that body, and it's gonna say Skeeter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Skeeter
That
was
was
his name.
his actual, his last name is his last name. Yeah, that's.
Mm-hmm.
As Martha and Longbaugh start to take off, I do want to look at him again. Look at that, the corpse.
Mhm.
Is he blighted?
It's probably hard to tell.
Okay.
Then again, we also have binoculars and we can make an awareness check.
That's what I was going to use
Yeah.
binoculars to do that.
Let's do that.
Oh yeah, 7/1.
It is like semi mummified from like hanging up there for so long. But it doesn't really have the signs of like what you would think of for like, we just strung up a casualty and let it flail there for a while or anything like that.
I had a lot of thoughts on how it could have happened. Okay.
It's not moving. It is also partially covered in snow. But like there's really nothing there where you'd be like, that makes me think it might be a casualty up there.
It would just be a
it's
surprise.
definitely, it's definitely not a vector up there, because that would be
It'd be writhing.
there would be all kinds of
Well,
weird crap going on with that. Yeah.
if it had just been so long. Anyway, so Martha and Longbaugh are taking off together,
Mm-hmm.
right? You really think we can do this?
Look, if anybody can do it, we can do it.
How about you both give me a self-control check?
Yeah. While I try and hype us up. Yes, that is a 9/2.
That's not a happy face.
Uh-oh.
I rolled and got up to a 7 and a 7.
Hmm.
I rolled a 4 on my black.
Okay, so we'll put 2 in stress. Because just, cars and the explosions on like the bridge in St. Louis, that was
Yeah,
that
like
was dangerous. Like things, people are lucky that they got across that bridge. Like, there's a sea of cars here. Like, and like even like along this like edge, like inside the wall, that like kind of forms the barrier of the edge of the drive-in theater here space. Like there's cars like from when one of these has gone off that like it goes all the way against the wall kind of deal. Like there's you don't get to like follow the wall all the way up to the front kind of deal.
someone's gonna get really hurt.
Um, that's why you and I are doing this. Okay, we have the eyes to see, to look out for things. Okay, we're gonna take it slow. All right, everybody's got their can of cold beans. Ain't nobody. We're not hungry. We take our time to do this right. So, how about you be my eyes for the first bit, and
Okay.
then once we get a little closer, we'll reassess. Right, and maybe that's just the way we do it. Is you will look out for me.
Okay. I can keep doing that.
And then, yeah, we're gonna. I mean, obviously, Longbaugh's terrified that there are mines
Same.
directly in front of me, so I'm keeping an eye out for that, Mike. As we
Okay.
head along the left here. Towards
Yeah, I'm also trying to spot, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's. I'll let you in behind the curtain here. It's fairly vague. It just says it takes awareness, foresight, self-control, and time to navigate the minefield.
Okay.
Mechanics or some sort of military profession is required if you want to try to disarm mines. So yeah, I think.
So which one of those roles have we not done? Because I think we've done awareness and self-control now.
We've done awareness, a couple awareness. Self-control is usually for like when I start throwing traumas at you.
Yep. We have any
if we
foresight.
If
We
we
haven't
do at
done a
least
foresight
one of,
lately.
if we
Yeah.
do one of each of those 3 roles, we just get the stuff, right?
That's how it works. Yeah.
That's what it says in the book, right?
And could my profession that is nebulously titled security analyst have a role to play here?
Yes.
I love the ambiguity.
Yeah.
It's why you take it, right? That's it.
Yeah. I would like to roll that maybe to
Okay.
to like if I were to secure a zone such that
Yeah.
nobody could get to my horde of bounty, and
If I were following the standard pattern for like creating a territory that could not be crossed on foot safely by any one of my enemies,
yeah,
where would I put the other ones had this A, B, and
as
C
an
gone off?
analyst.
Yes. Look, what does the binder say for where these things go? Because
Right.
I know there's a binder somewhere that tells me where these things go.
And it's tabbed, color coded. Sweet. That is a 6/3.
Okay. Yeah, you can get a feel for where some of them probably still are, because like there's probably like a bunch of them towards the middle and kind of over to the left here is kind of where you're at that have gone off. To the right, there's probably a couple spots where they've gone off, but not as many. And you're probably able to say, yeah, they're probably like ABC kind of laid out. If this doesn't seem like super tactical, like based on where these ones were, like they're not quite where you align them if you were like military spec by the handbook laying out landmines.
Sure.
But you can see where like somebody's tried to have something of a pattern to some of
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, if we avoid this section, we're probably avoiding some that are probably still out there.
Okay, cool. Then Longabaugh will kind of like, he has his rifle out just because he feels like comfortable. My worry is that we're gonna be in the middle of the field and then the haha comes, right? And so he'll have his rifle with him, right? For ready for the haha. Now that I have you. No. But yeah, he's gonna like, I think I have a little hunch. Start making my way towards what I've kind of pieced together as maybe my safest path. I'm gonna head to that like light blue Camry. Okay. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to the left of it. That kind of thing. Like he's gonna tell you where I'm going, kind of deal. Just so you're not surprised by any of my movements. But yeah.
Remember, we're just scouting.
Just scout.
Okay. Yeah, the light blue Camry there by where there's like the Pinto that's flipped over on top of it. That's that one. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head there. We're gonna get up there.
There's some cars over there.
Yeah.
Guess we're going to
that
the
one's
blue
that
one.
one's a weird color. Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
I think
some of them
there
have, like,
there is
spray paints red X's on them. It's like,
good. Screw those guys. There probably is a point where you get up farther towards the front, and there is like a jumble of stuff where, like, yeah, based on the pattern over here, there's gonna be another one. But these guys are like kind of already flipped because something went off. But like, we're gonna have to athletics our way over the top to get around to like where the stuff is on the other side.
yeah. So we're gonna kind of pause here. Like, all right, we've done a good job scouting. This next bit is going to require a little bit of something that we have, right? A little athleticism here. Do we want to keep scouting on up to the screen? Or do we want to go back and give them our report?
You're gonna get us killed. Let's go.
Okay. Sweet.
There's
that sense of adventure.
There's that just like little kind of like excited grin, which is yeah. Then she looks down.
That's the juice.
You guys are gonna just look over at Ash and just point and just be like, I don't know what I expected. Actually, you know what? That is what I expected.
You did expect us to scout until we ended up at the screen. We've scouted the path. We got all the way here.
Now we have. Ash looks over at Deacon. I was like, worst case scenario. Now we at least know we have a path to mostly all the way up there, and then they probably set off the rest of the mines if they screw up.
Yeah,
I hope they don't.
That feels a lot better. Thank you. You're good at that. You should do what I do. You're good at
it. He looks at him like, what do you want from me? Like, until Ridges showed up, this was my life. I look at him like, oh, if they survived, awesome. If not, more for us.
So I think that like before we do this next bit, like Longabaugh, like kind of like, yeah, I hear it, and he's gonna like point out the path that we took. It's all okay. All this is good. Kind of thing. I'm not gonna shout it because I don't want to make that happen. But just like, yep.
Should I signal? Should I do the signal? Do we want to bring them up here?
Sure. Actually, it'd be good. It'd be good to get them closer and then like hand off the first aid kit. Like Longabaugh holds up the first aid kit and like sets it on the tan Tahoe.
So Ash sees that and be like, just looks over at Deacon, like, they know if they hit one of those directly, that's not going to be enough for them to stitch back together, right? It's a nice gesture, but
I think that's just so we have it.
Oh.
So it doesn't go up with me or her.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just gonna let my naivety like just roll me through this. This is great. Landmines. Yep.
So they can fix us.
Yep.
Right.
If you want to go get that, you can feel free. But I,
He looks at you like,
I'm gonna be right here.
I'm
My-
upset. She just takes the rifle off of her shoulder, just leans, and be like, I'm good. If it survives, it survives. I ain't going over
it's
to
like
that.
I remember my great grandpappy specifically telling me not to walk through minefields. Like
Your great grandpa.
3 different times.
Well, did he fought in the sun or something?
I mean, he fought in something. They about all did, I think.
I think my
Oh,
grandfather
God.
fought also.
Like, I'm trying to think. Let's see. It's 2040 something. Great.
Korea,
Yeah.
Korea?
There's still, it'd
10s,
be World War
1980s,
II, Korea.
1950s.
It'd be like the
Yeah.
latest Vietnam. Like at
The
least
latest.
Vietnam, right? Like
Oh my. All right.
a relative was in a war,
Right,
guaranteed.
because like
So
he
none
was
of y'all
like
two
in
are
his
coming out.
20s, right?
like
Or
30 something.
30s, yeah.
So the two of you are standing back where you're at.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think like we put it down and Martha looks, I think Deacon's not happy.
All right.
Or maybe that's just his,
Not
I knew
inclined
this
to
was gonna
not
happen.
inclined to walk through a minefield.
Yeah.
No, I think she's just like judging off of the many other times that this has happened. I think she's just like, I don't know if he's just not happy or if that's the look of he knew this was gonna happen.
Well, I'm gonna leave this here
Exasperation.
so that you know, so that it's nearby.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, maybe a mine will like pop a trunk and it'll just catch it.
So you don't even have to come to it; just lands in your hands. Yeah. Do you want to go first? Want me to go first? I think it's up over this, kind of hook off that wall, and then you should be on the other side, or I could do it.
I'll go first. I'll go.
You while you do that, it'll be like, you owe me a bounty. I told you she was gonna be first. Just looking at the deacon.
Ante that up, but I'll pay for my food. Some extra, I guess,
I'll go first. I'll follow what Longabaugh told me.
Do it by doing it. All right.
Let's go.
Do it by doing it. All right. Athletics.
Yes.
13/6.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a 10 on the
Martha
black.
scrambles up the top and over these like kind of cars that are kind of like balanced. They're kind of like creaking as you're like walking across them, making a spot where you're on top of one that's right side up again, a few car lengths away.
Athletic one.
She like signals to Longabaugh like if she should keep going or wait.
I'll go.
I'm scouting ahead.
Yep.
I'm looking
gonna-
ahead. I'm not moving. I'm looking ahead.
Yeah, I say. Let me catch up to you.
So every time he goes first, then do you owe me a bounty? Because they're kind of
Sure.
swapping here.
I mean, this is
That
true.
is a-
No, yeah.
Okay. That's a 4/3.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a really uncomfortable moment of like really loud creaking,
Yeah.
and you're like, like it doesn't tip over, and you make it across, and I kind of like settles back in.
Deacon knows this like look on Martha of she's gonna do something stupid to help him at some point. Like Deacon knows.
Longbow's like, maybe we pick a different route out of here, right? I mean, like that was maybe not the.
So Martha, you were talking about scouting around. Do you want to make an awareness check?
Yeah. With will the binoculars help me or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I will. 14 over 6.
14 over 6. All right. Yeah, you can see a path where there are a number of cars that are like all upright and like kind of forming a path that heads that direction. You have to make a little noise to the side and then head back, and then you'd be able to like kind of like head up between those cars. I think in panning around with the binoculars, you also notice that there's like you pan across the screen, you're kind of like checking, it's like, is this worth it again? And there's like a crow on the head of the guy that's like hanging there, that's like pecking at his face, and then like kind of flies away. You realize there's like kind of a bunch of them kind of circling overhead.
That's not ominous.
Good sign though.
Why is that a good sign?
Oh well, if he was blighted, that crow would be dead.
Oh, that's right. Huh.
Good sign.
She like points out.
We turned that into a good luck message. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the crows figure it out.
I mean, honestly, I think because of her background, Ash would be like, oh.
You don't hear that because you're not brave enough to be up here with us having this conversation.
No, but we can all see the crows.
Everybody sees the crows.
But you didn't hear my idea.
No, I didn't. Of course not. But I think separately, if there's crows, she'd be like, "Oh, it's a good sign."
What's that one? That one, Odin.
Odin
That one.
had 2 pet crows. Yes.
I know.
I haven't named.
I read books.
I feel judgment from you. I'm judging you.
I would just say I read books. Just trying to relate to you on a different level.
Yes. No. Knowledge and word. It's been a while since I've actually paid attention. Odin's
Is he
not
good luck
what
or bad luck?
Odin's not really luck. Odin's just kind of like the all-father, knowing of everything. Kind of like God is to you, a little bit.
Okay. Which one's for luck? How do we get that one out here? Because they need it.
I know mischief. Loki.
Nope, that ain't it. Skeeter's already here. We ain't gonna. We don't need him.
Martha will kind of just take Longabaugh by like the arm and just show him how she laid it out, like what she thinks, to like walk him through what she's seen. Because this looks good.
Yeah, no, I trust you. That's good.
I don't know what a landmine would look like, but that looks solid.
Yeah. Thanks for. I'll pick my way through it.
So you guys follow that little path, kind of up in the cars, get you farther up.
And Longabaugh, now that we're like in the thick of it, he's gonna like get out ahead. He's like, no, you need to be minimum 15 feet away from it during this part. Okay.
She doesn't say yes or no, but she does fall back.
Yep. This is one of those like, man.
In the middle of a minefield is not where you want to argue about like who should live and die.
Yeah.
Like,
all right. So I'm gonna pick my way through the path that she had identified.
Okay. All right. As we both kind of advance farther up here, let's have you both give me a self-control check.
I'm gonna spend a charge.
Okay.
All right, I didn't need it. I'm good.
9 over 4.
Okay. Cool. All good.
Got out them bad rolls earlier.
Yeah, we did.
Cool. Yeah, so you make it up to another point that is farther forward. And I think it will definitely start to dawn on you. They're like, oh, these are a number of cars that are still very much in pattern. There's got to be something nearby somewhere here.
Right.
These aren't blown up.
Yeah. Yeah, we've made it farther than anybody so far. And we
Is
gotta
that
turn
good or
this way.
bad?
Wow. Okay. And Longbow is gonna kind of look back at the whole amphitheater, and it's like,
Mhm.
all right, and he's like marking. They did this, and then they did this, and then they did this, right? He's like, if I did all this in one day, there's a pattern here, right? I'd like to try and use some research or some foresight or some head magic to figure out which of these cars
The last one that's gonna get you. The last.
yeah which of these cars maybe doesn't have a landmine next to it.
You're like, if I stop and I stare at the
Minesweeper.
position of all these cars real carefully, and I
Yeah.
take the peyote, then I can figure.
Because there's still like tons of snow, so it's not like I can just see it, right?
Yeah.
Like I would still have to go off of like
The neuron activation.
fucking yeah.
Yeah. Give me a foresight check.
Trying to have the
Doing
epic
that.
gamer moment.
Um,
I would
Ash
like to
looks-
spend a will
Grim Grimthorn
to
is
flip
the
these two
goddess of
numbers.
luck. I remember. That's who you want to ask, bro.
But what's she like? Maybe you should ask. I don't really know them like that.
I mean, from what I can remember, she's a goddess of luck, vegetation, virgins. I mean,
So-
she's not the one I follow, but I can. Next time I'm in, I can talk, see what I can suss out.
Mike, I'm gonna spend a will
Yes.
to end up with a 7/2.
Okay.
I hope you have some will left.
Well, I'm hoping to get one. All right, this is a lot
I feel like that's
for waste not want not. I'm hoping to get one.
I think you can figure out like, okay, somewhere in kind of like turning around and like such and such area, like it's got to be one kind of over here, and in like your peripheral vision, you see like one of those some of the crows kind of like fly down, and like at like the far side, that right side of the parking lot, they like a couple of them land on one of the cars that's over there, and as you turn, just as like that car reaches like the edge of vision, like there's like just this fireball from it.
Holy shit!
Martha like grabs onto Longabaugh.
Yeah, you like leap 15 feet forward, and we're both down. It's like, oh shit, you're on me. Here we go.
So it definitely doesn't explode the way a landmine would have. But
We
like
all see that. That's not just us.
there's like an improvised firebomb of some sort that gets triggered when it lands on that car.
Yeah. So Deacon and we're not even close to that one. Like
Oh my god.
You're probably
Really?
you're probably far enough away that like you like there's stuff and it makes noise, you see it fly out. But like you're far enough away like things don't reach you, but like you can definitely see like shimmer and shrapnel, and like making a lot of noise off the other cars as it like kind of like pings off out there, and like a couple of nails will like land in the snow by where you're at.
this is
This is mean.
that's improvised, right? That's
Yeah, this is mean. This is
plus
real
it's
mean.
we're probably gonna have a casualty problem.
Yeah. Well, those two are gonna have to take care of that. Because we're in the middle of this. We can't move.
Well, we have to move.
All right, so they landed on that car, and then the car went off.
Oh,
Is there a way around this row of cars, Mike, to not have to touch a car?
you think the
it's like
cars are
Squid's
gold?
Games. It's like Squid's Games.
There are paths between the cars for some of it, but then there are those places where like things have gone off and you're gonna have to climb over stuff to get past it.
Is it both things?
All I know is those like handful of birds landing on a car is what did it. So we can't put any pressure on one of these cars unless it's already got something heavy on it. Hold up.
So
What
you succeed in your security analyst check also to make there are landmines and
Yeah.
there are firebombs.
Yeah.
So
there's-
you're dealing with more than one thing also.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that was the piece I needed. That this is a more than
Skeeter.
one piece of ordinances here. Good. I know. I got it. We do need a ball or a rock or something, and we just need to check and see which of these cars is safe to climb over. We just
But if
throw
it does
it.
that,
We throw it. If it goes off, we'll be far away from it. But if it doesn't go off, we know that one is safe to climb over.
Yeah. So in the back where Ash and Deacon are at, we're having the chat. It's like, well, I mean, he's going up front first, so maybe I get a bounty now this time, and then we'll see how it gets when they get right. And then fireball off to the side. You see shrapnel, you hear glass breaking over there, you hear all that stuff go on. And then after that kind of like dies down and there's like the plume of black smoke.
Got a thumbs up from out here in the field. Like I'm low, but the thumbs up in the air, like we're okay.
You're just gonna,
you're gonna hear from somewhere else out that direction. You will start to hear things moving and more glass breaking as things are starting to break out from the inside of vehicles.
Yeah, we got stuff to do.
Wait, so looking forward, do we see casualties in the cars?
Looking forward towards the stage, towards the screen? No.
And the cars in front of us?
Not that you notice right now in the cars in the immediate vicinity, no.
Right.
But they're in cars and there's frost and snow on windows. Like it's,
Fucking hell.
We'll just check one off the shamble count. All right. That's
How many? I'm ready. I'm ready to start picking them off. It's 10. Ooh.
that roll was interesting. Yeah.
10.
Hey, now we're up to 32 bounty for the leg. You ready, Longabaugh? We got it. I'm gonna shoot one whenever I get a chance.
I think right now they're still kind of breaking out of stuff and kind of like behind cars and stuff, and like I don't know what it's like where you're at. Like I know when I was in like Columbia, Missouri, and it was like it wasn't total like rural. There's an awful lot of SUVs. There's an awful lot of big pickup trucks.
Deacon's gonna be waiting for one to kind of cross into a place that can be seen, and start with the ones that are kind of closest, so that hopefully if they fall and they hit a mine or something, it's not close enough. Like he's trying to head them off before they get too close.
Okay.
We're playing the target game at the fair, where they go in between the little obstacles,
right?
And if you miss, things explode.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
That's good.
Yep.
And that's why you never look at Carney in the eye.
Tiny little sausage fingers smell like cabbage. Anyway.
Don't look him directly in the eye. Yeah. Not the real Carney. You can tell the difference.
We have to keep. We either have to go back or go forward.
Yeah, what's our situation like?
Back or forward, and I think forward is probably going to be. There's another set of like. You're coming up on another area where there's another like pile up.
Right. Can we take a second to figure out a good path forward, Mike?
Yeah.
Shit.
Can you see if do the cars look rigged? Right? Like, did they put something on them? Like,
Yeah.
I would assume shrapnel bombs like aren't buried within the middle of a car, right?
Right. Right.
It's Mirtha's movie logic there for you. Just
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, awareness. I guess I'm not sure, Mike. Like, if we
So
need
are
to
you?
see if
Yeah.
we find a path. If we can find a path forward, Longbow's going to want to go forward. So,
Mhm.
I guess awareness to try
Yeah.
and spot out like a safe-ish path forward.
That sounds good. Yeah.
both of us are just Longbow.
Just
Um,
Longabaugh.
One and done.
Well, I
Yeah.
did the I think it was foresight or whatever. If you want to take a turn rolling, I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah, if I can use binoculars too. I'm gonna flip those. So that it is wait. Yeah, I have to flip them. It's 11/1.
Okay.
Because if I added my 5 to it, it'd be 6 and 6, but it would still go to the market, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll have to flip them.
Cool.
That's my only will.
I think you're there scoping it out, and you can kind of see where there's another one of those pileups, and you can see that next to it, like one of the cars that's like up against it, it's like if you had to like climb on top and across the one that's like kind of on an angle between two to get forward, next to it, like if you fell off, you would be on another car to the side, and like you can kind of pick up that like some of the snow has like blown off the windows, and you can kind of pick up from this angle through the kind of like drips of ice that are on it and stuff that there's like a black X spray painted onto the window pane itself on that one.
That one's marked, not like the other ones.
Okay. It's probably a bad sign. So let's not climb on that one. Is my intuition?
Yeah,
Is Mike that? I mean, okay, because she rolled a success. I wanted to be successful.
No, she's like,
I don't want to like think myself into a failure.
Yeah. No, that you have not spotted any other ones over there that were marked with an X. So
if we stay clear of that one.
Yeah. Let's try and go forward. And I'll pick a different car, not marked, to climb over.
Yeah, so there's kind of like another one of those like pileups where it's like they're kind of tangled together, and it's just like it goes along the side of it where like if you went off the side, the black one's where you would be.
Got it. Got it. All right, so I'll try and climb over this pilot thing.
Okay. Yeah, athletics to move forward.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Me too.
I'll spend another ration. I'm gonna spend because that was gonna be a 9/9 after my athletics, but no, this is not the time to fail. Oh shit, I'm seeing this face. What's going on? What's going on?
6 under 10.
Oh, no. No.
Okay.
No. It's not a crit fail.
No, it's not a crit fail.
Still a lot of fucking damage.
Oh man.
I mean, it's only 1d10. Right? Like, it's just
Everywhere.
is it to one hit location or all of them is the question.
Yeah.
Well,
and then like the ricochet into other things.
And the casualties and all of that.
Can you only break something if it's a bite? Yeah, you can. Well, I guess I should find out what fucking happens first before I
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
see what happens. And she is 15 feet behind Longabaugh. Like she did. Like they didn't move together. So
Okay. Yeah, I think Longbow, you make it up to the front. You kind of like duck down, like you drop down onto the hood of a car, and there's like one that's like almost your entire height between the stuff that's like piled up behind you here that you were crossing across. And Mirtha, there's a patch of ice on top of one of them, right? Oh, it would be cruel to do 1d10 to both of them at one location. Longbow succeeded, right? That's
Oh, stop.
do it. Do it. Whatever you want.
yeah. All right, Katrina, what would you choose? Is it all locations to you, or 1d10 to each of you in one location?
All of me.
Oh my God. No. Longbow can
Without a
take it.
doubt.
Longbow
Without a
can
doubt.
take
All for me.
Longbow
Yeah.
can take it.
100% Mirtha would drop on that.
That makes
Wait.
And you
Can I
all
pi-
know it.
Can I pitch?
Step
Can I pitch
on
a
a
different idea?
grenade.
Can I pitch a different idea? Before she
Yes.
takes a D10 to all hit locations, which already has some damage on it, a bunch of them. What
That's
if she slips on this patch of ice and lands, bam, right on the thing, and these 10 casualties now have 2 directions to walk in. So now we have to deal with the casualties because they're coming our way.
So the thing there is that this will make noise.
Yeah.
And there's another
And that'll
casualty
happen
roll.
anyway.
Doesn't happen anyways. I already
See,
failed.
that's also bad. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Martha would 100% take it.
Is that one of your spots? The like running into danger for no reason kind of thing? It might as well be at this point.
I think it should be at this point, right?
The martyr or whatever. No, not martyr, but like what was
caretaker is my weak spot.
There you go.
So it would be.
So we'll take a will for it here.
Thank
so you
you.
have another will moving
Great.
forward, right?
Can't
All right.
wait.
One die, because I'm not gonna roll a die that many times on you, because that came up 7.
Stunner kill.
Kill.
Ouch.
Cool. What exactly happened?
You land on the top of this car, and it sets off one of these like improvised fire bombs full of nails. There's like basically like a big glass jar with like a explosive in the middle, and it's full of like gasoline and nails.
Oh my God.
So Mirtha screams like can't help that shit.
Deacon's gonna start moving to where they started going to the minefield because he's got to pull her out of there.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't lay in the minefield after you've fallen on the mine.
Fuck.
Just bleeding.
That's also
Yes.
Messy.
So that's it's like the nails and stuff like come ripping out through like the windows on that car as you land on top of like the roof of it. The windows all around it, of the cars around it, like start to smash out and like spider web, and then things inside them start to paw at this like spider webbed glass that starts to like peel outwards.
I'm
So
sorry,
there
guys.
there will be
Sorry.
6 casualties in this area next round.
Fuck.
Longbow's gonna start shooting them.
Yeah, Deacon's gonna look over at Ash and be like, "Watch my back and don't shoot me." And then he's just gonna run off towards the towards the path that they took. He's like, "You think I wouldn't need to say it?"
Bridget has left a lot out.
I need just a pure luck roll in this game. Like that's
Yeah.
Richard was too busy, you know, getting bit on the face to remember that particular thing that happened.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Deacon, give me like a foresight, I guess. To be like recalling like where they said like here and stay to the left to this part and bang this right and like go around here and
5/1.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Mike, I sent you 2 messages.
Yep. I am looking. Yes. So, to the second question, yes. Things go blurry.
Great.
You're probably pretty stunned and like surprised and like what just happened, and like things go tunnel vision and we have to like the audio cuts out. We just get the high pitched whine for a moment. Yeah. And then yes, we will do self-control checks all around.
For which one?
It's going to be trauma for you and stress for everybody else.
I succeed.
Okay.
Does this count? Does this count as confirming my faith since I'm running in here to protect the weak?
There you go.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Right. All right. I got it.
I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. I just want to check. That's a success.
That's a success. I'm good.
Okay. So Heather was laughing.
I crit failed.
Oh no.
Crit failed.
I rolled 2 3s.
No.
Can I burn that will you just gave me to knock it down? Is that right? We can do that?
Yeah,
Make
you
it a
can turn
normal
you
fail?
can turn a crit fail into a normal fail.
I think I have to. Wait, how many trauma am I going to take?
2 on a normal fail.
1 on a...
Two for if you spend the will, you take 2. For the crit fail, 3.
I mean, I guess I'll spend the will. I meant 0 in trauma if it helps because I broke the last time.
Oh god.
So,
Yeah, I mean
I'll
it's
go 2.
trauma level 2 has get seriously injured. So
Okay. that's Heather.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
oh,
I don't think
Wait,
Bertha's not
there's-
moving.
we have a flag on the call in chat here for a second here. Where's my cursor so I can so Ronaldus is saying he's not sure you can spend will on a humanity check.
I can't on a humanity check. Cool. So I guess I'm taking 3.
Oh my god.
We'll just keep your will.
Yeah.
Yay, my will's back.
I will just want to say I've been using my King of the Hill tarot deck just to get some vibes out on this situation. This is probably one of the most depressing spreads I've ever pulled from this deck. The first one was the Ten of Swords, for crying out loud.
Oh my god.
Sad.
No.
And we got 10 casualties out there from the
Yeah.
first explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're up to
bad.
16.
It doesn't.
This is a bad one.
So,
Just to make it worse, Martha is just like, I'm sorry. Like,
Don't be
Oh,
talking like
do
that.
not yell that after you're injured in this game. Yeah.
Yeah. Longabaugh was like, don't be saying that. It's gonna start shooting things. Don't say the same thing over and over again. It freaks me out.
okay.
I have
Ryan
trauma.
doesn't know
Me,
what's
the
going
player,
on.
has trauma related
I know,
to
you
repetitive
do.
phrases
I know.
in this game. Oh my god.
Man, if I make it out of this, Deacon is gonna give me just the longest look.
Deacon's gonna have to carry you like Yoda for the rest of this whole thing because you just blew up your whole everything. So, like,
He's gonna find a little floating egg to put you in, like
Yeah.
fall off
Don't you
behind him.
Don't you have like a helmet? Don't you have like you have stuff that can like absorb some of this whooping you just took, right?
I don't have the helmet anymore.
Oh shit.
The carpet armor.
Carpet armor is
know
pretty
that works.
specific to bites
To
and
bites.
casualties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing really.
But
I mean, I would only be able to take it off of one area.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we get that. We get that
That's-
like aerial shot of like Mirtha on top of a car with her arms spread out, and just like like
Yeah.
bloody nose and stuff. Just torn up. Lots more feathers
That
from
goat's
the.
so fucked. Yeah.
You can spend a will to transfer damage to an item.
I only have
would
one
that be?
will for all this.
Be like all this damage to one item, because that'd be worth it.
Break it.
That's
Yeah.
literally what I was typing into the chat to ask.
It seems like that would be broken.
He
to take
well,
all
like
damage.
he just said a second ago, it's like one location. Yeah, so one location.
Yeah.
But if
Maybe
you
the
didn't want to be
head?
like 70%
I
full in the
hear you,
head,
Ethan.
something
Yes,
could
I've
get
heard you
destroyed.
say
But
it 3 times.
Maybe the head.
Um. Yeah. I'll spend a will to break the machete.
okay.
Of my options, that was.
So yeah, we see you like land on top of it and like just like it's just the right
Stab
angle.
myself
That,
with it.
well, I'm not gonna go there, but like that metallic popping ping type noise is like the blade separates from the handle.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens. I don't know if we should roll initiative or just keep going here. We got everybody else gets one more action, and then things start to arrive in this actual location where you're at.
Right. I want to.
There are other things that are still on the move that will take time to get here, but have now heard something make specific noise, so they are headed away.
I want to shoot 2 of them right now. If I can. The 2 that are closest to Mirtha for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not in combat rounds, so we're not necessarily going full offensive, but like just
Got it.
go.
I want to shoot one.
Yeah.
Then. Just like Longabaugh is done trying to progress forward. He has to start clearing all these casualties. Okay, that is a.
Just want to say, don't think that, Casey, that this takes back all the times that you've done this shit to me. Just one time.
I'm
This is just
not
one
saying
5 over 3.
anything. I'm not saying anything.
5 over 3, David.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Yeah. One of them goes down.
Plenty of time for me to get into shenanigans.
Deacon and Ash, you guys are like, are you both trying to head towards the front? I know Deacon started off that direction already anyway. I didn't know what Ash was up to.
He told me to. Ash is gonna. It's. I'm trying to get a will back because I have 0 will, but I don't know. I forget how tough spot works. Tough spot is when somebody uses it against me, right?
Tough spot is different. It depends on your stuff. Let me look at what's
you
what.
You had your spots used against you in negotiations. Otherwise, you can use them in the lost.
Well, yeah, all of your spots can be used in negotiation. Tough spot isn't necessarily one where like it usually gets used.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Tough spot isn't usually the one that you play into. It's one that something can happen to you. Like Rigid, I was able to do something specifically to Rigid, just to like cost him money.
Gotcha.
But it wasn't necessarily like
something
you would use into. Hey, the dice went bad, man. Dice went bad.
The dice were very. I think for the short time, Rigid was the unluckiest thing player character I ever played. Because if I can use it, I want to use Roach as I'm using Deacon's excuse as stay back as cool. If this goes super sideways, I can bug out. I'm leaning into
Deacon gave you the very use your best judgment order of cover me and don't shoot me. Like, just You do
Yeah.
those two things. Nobody's gonna ask any questions.
So Roach doesn't give you a thing that touches on will, right?
Okay,
Your
well then-
there's your tough spot, which is kind of like your character archetype, your class, but not really because it's skill based instead. Like being a roach means that you get all of your tough spots give you a positive and a negative. For a roach, the positive is where you can burn humanity to up your rolls, and the
Good.
negative is that you started cracked and everything.
All right, then I'm going. Can I play it like this? I'm going to start, but it's social justice, I guess, or maybe easily angered. Now I'm gonna use easily angered. Like she's really angry at Mirtha for, like, really, why?
I told you.
How dare you fall on that mine, you jerk?
It says easily angered. She's not all stable right now. She's still mourning.
I mean, you
Obviously
can be
that.
easily angered by a situation, you know, like I
Yeah.
can't believe this is happening. I'm angry.
Yeah, it's like, God damn it. So now she's like begrudgingly going to follow him. So I'm guessing I need to use foresight to make sure I remember the path.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use that will immediately to flip that because I don't want to blow up. And that is a 9/1.
It
Okay.
is a thick path through the snow.
You follow the footprints. You follow the footprints in the snow. There's like a point where like you start to head down and like the footprints cut off to the side real quick, and you're like, all right, I'll keep going. Whoa! And then there's a mound in the snow that direction.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna back up go that way.
moment. There's that moment that she's just kind of moving quickly behind Deacon, cursing in probably another language, and just like, and then realizes, and almost steps on the mines like, get your head in the game, or you're gonna die here, and you don't want to die here, not yet. And then calms down and moves forward.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you get up to where Deacon's at. I mean, you guys are still a little ways back from where Longabaugh and Mirtha were at doing stuff because they crossed they crossed another one of these like pileups to get to where they're at, where it's just another pileup.
You pick up the
Are you
first aid
both
kit.
running in here?
Apparently.
I don't want to be by myself when the other 10 show up. There's the other 10 that are coming. I was like, mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can roll initiative now because we have everybody kind of like reaching the same spot here. But and I'll pose the question. We're also right up against time.
It's fine. I told Mike. I'm good here.
I think
Okay.
it'd be awesome if we stopped here.
It'd be a really cool spot. TBH.
Because, like, fuck. 16 fucking casualties.
Six of them that will be active this round, and 10 more that will get over here in 6 rounds.
5 will be active this round.
Good
Okay.
point. All right.
Shot
I
one.
mean, it's also because like even if we do try to get it done, I like that's an hour and a half easy, if not
easy.
2.
Easy.
Hour
Yeah.
and a half, up to
Okay.
3.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot.
Oh, okay.
Good cliffhanger though.
I'm torn between like, all right, cliffhanger, tension, and like unresolved. What the hell happened? And like just took a bunch of damage. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are all alive right now. It's pretty good.
And the most dangerous place that Mirtha would have taken damage now has no damage, right? Like
Oh yeah, there you go.
your head is okay. I do need to look up what happens when kill stacks on top of a location with stun, because you still had stun in your arm, right?
It goes up.
Huh?
If I remember right, it moves up the track. So like It filters
Right. So
up
like
to
the
torso and then up
the stun
to-
ones, right? But like the stun ones stay, and then the kill fills in the rest, and then I don't remember what happens with the other kill if it fills in the rest of the stuns before
Yeah.
doing that, or if it just goes directly to torso kind of deal.
That's true. That part I don't know.
Ronaldus, how
Where's it go? How bad
where
is
does my
it?
damage go?
The question is how many torso boxes are filled and what kind of damage goes in them? Because we know where it's going. We just don't know what's going there.
And we're a
will
maybe for
find that
next
out.
Thursday, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
I was gonna try
good.
talking with us after we're sorted here to see about if we wanted to do something else. Because actually, shoot, this happens to us every time something really bad happens too, and we go to a cliffhanger. That's like, hey, cliffhanger, badness, woo! Back in 2 weeks. Like,
So if I have however much stun I have. Sorry.
okay, so
So-
yeah, kill will over. You have your stun damage. You have kill until that location is filled. Kill will then overwrite the stun damage, and then it will start to overflow.
Gotcha.
But kill
That's
doesn't
nice.
go
That's a little
overflow
forgiving
until
for
it's
this
all
game.
So
kill.
to overflow my right arm, I would need to take 10 more kill damage, or at least 4 stun and 3 kill.
How much stun damage did you have?
6.
Okay.
So I have 6 stun and 7 kill currently in my right arm after the bomb went off.
So yeah, you have 7 kill and 3 stun in your left arm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what it sounds
Because
like.
you
That's
take
it.
all the kill, and if there's already stun, the kill will replace it.
We'll figure it out.
Ooh, boy.
Man, oh man. All
Okay,
right.
Yeah.
cool. Thanks.
We have confirmation.
Mhm.
Thank you, Ronaldo's, for helping keep our game on track every dang time.
Glad you're here. Glad you're here.
Oh my god.
We appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. So we'll pick up with a wounded Mirtha on the roof of a smashed out car, and everybody running through mined parking lots next
With
time.
casualties.
Yes. Good times,
Horror.
right? Good times.
Horror!
Economic horror.
Blood for the blood god.
That's-
Bones for the
that-
bone throne.
That 22 bounty that's tacked up to the screen. It's totally worth it.
Well, it was until I failed.
I mean,
Oops.
you have like a base 35% chance of success at this game. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Those first 10 casualties showed up on a success.
Yep.
That was great.
Remember when I said there's still fuckery to be afoot with my character? If we survive this, I know how to get rid of all of those casualties.
Well, sure.
Oh no.
Sure. If we look, part of us surviving this involves getting rid of all the casualties. We need to be getting rid of all the casualties right now, not just waiting.
We got to get
All right,
Bertha
we're
out.
gonna be back. All right, we're gonna be back in 1 week or 2, probably 1.
Hopefully 1.
Probably one to do something, 2 to do this.
We'll see. Oh my god.
Bye.
This will be great. So yeah, let's find a place to go. Let us raid some people. Oh,
That's a good point, Ronald. The cardinal sin of this particular job has been greed,
Mhm.
because we had the
Which, again,
Crusaders. They got
recurring
greedy
theme.
with their
Yep.
The sin of the day is
well, we're gonna head over to Cave Geek. He is making a map. I can see him
Nice.
painting. He's painting a leather map right now, and this will be great. So we're gonna head over to Mr. Cave Geek and hang out with him for the evening. Ronaldus, thank you so much for being here. Everybody else who
Yes.
tuned in, thanks a ton for showing up and watching us make great decisions. This has been awesome. And Mike, thanks a ton for running, dude.
Yeah,
Go
Mike,
for playing.
thank you.
Yeah. All right, everybody at home, as always, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
Preferably crit successes.
Successes would be great. Yeah. Yeah.